Well, short hello from Leckmich or Spite Rock. Terry, this one is especially for you so you can see what I was talking about on the wave counter. It's counting 30 seconds already, even though there's still a lot of stuff coming out of the gate. This game is just on normal, I think, but that doesn't matter much. I had a lucky start. So the counter is over already. The wave was still running. Next wave's already coming in.
Technology.
And while it's coming in, it's already gonna restart the counter, even though there's still people popping in. So from level 100 and afterwards, beyond, you'll just get massive enemy forces that are kind of annoying, at least in the mass that they're appearing, as they usually should not be that massive, let's say it that way. Usually there should be some time when you have just 1, 2, 3 of the enemies running around. They don't stop here. They just go on popping up, and have a look at the rounds and the counter. And you'll see. Sorry, in between I have to boost my energy efficiency a tiny bit, or I'll be overrun in a second.
Technology research.
First, I'm actually using tons of mortars. They're actually sometimes kind of good. Okay, probably most of the time because I didn't have the V5 launcher, and the artillery of 55,000 is quite expensive, especially for a single shot that usually misses everything that it's trying to hit. It always shoots at the position that the enemy is at and does not count in the slight movement of the even slowest enemy. So artillery is only good for taking out everything that's following. Same with mortars. But as the mortar has, if you boost it up right, like 12 rounds or something, they at least have a chance to hit something. And the fun thing is, the mortar also can destroy airplanes. Not sure if you wanted it that way, but it is that way.
Our base is under attack.
Great. Just perfect movement.
Technology research.
Just like I did not want it, but can't change it. As you can see on the map, first round just went back right through my cash production, so this kind of way is kind of awful, as you almost have no chance. And if the shooters would actually come down to this watery area, they could shoot down my headquarters without even moving further. Oh, and another bug right now, I don't know why. I cannot click on anything. I cannot see any informations. None whatsoever. I think I was in one of those turrets trying to target something when it was destroyed. But I'm not sure. And I'm not sure if I can reproduce it right now. Well, right now I can't, as you can see. But let's wait a little bit and you will see the other tiny bugs that are still there. As talking about the placing on water, it's not possible anymore. One thing that's better than before. Even though sometimes the water placing was kind of nice. We are waiting for the submarines that have a radioactive core to damage every unit that's passing by. Maybe that would be a nice idea. Damn, Balloon City battles. I have it already. Anyway.
Technology research.
So as you can see, I'm trying to get a bit further ahead right now, but As always, my research kind of awful. One thing I do not understand is why do I have to choose if they only go for damage or if they go for range or whatever. Especially as you can configure as Gustav with 150,000 in cost and building, should be able to have both areas. So don't know if that's just a mistake you made or if you actually really wanted us to be punished that way on the Gustav. I'm quite sure I'm not going to use it at all as long as it's not possible to use a huge variety of possible attacks.
Technology research.
Wish I could update the next one, but I think it's gonna cost too much. Bad thing is I can't see how much energy it produces, so I'm kind of stuck right now. Okay, I can use those. That should be sufficient to change the next one. Well, even for both. And let's see how much energy gold cash production will be eradicated with the next push. Oh, it's moving in the right direction. At least something positive. Most annoying thing still is that the only turret that cannot be shot down from anyone is just the stealth pillow. Trying to put up all those guardian areas is a waste of a lot of space, which you usually do not have. Right now I'll just be upgrading to the iron turret, which I just researched. And as you can see, I can upgrade it if I have enough money. If I don't, it will just disappear. Well, it shouldn't even disappear at all, but it does.
Our base is under
But
attack.
I don't even have the research to build up this defense. So I'd say that's still a bug that you wanted to take care of. Otherwise, I didn't find much more mistakes than I had found before.
Our base
The movement of the units appears to be smooth now. They're not hiding inside the area or on the ground. They just move, and that's it, as it was supposed to be before. I'm still kind of surprised at times about the range. The shield, as you can see, is like one square each direction, but it can still hide units 4 squares away, which is kind of annoying. I mean, the big guy sure has a huge shield, but this one does not. So here it's again. It's 1.5. The other one's two and more far away, but he still gets a height buff all of a sudden for no particular reason. And the only way to protect my turrets is to use that cheat until I'm strong enough to not. Still the V5 is one of the most important weapons you have, which is good, as you know what kind of weapon you should be placing to make sure you have a chance to survive though. So no, don't bash it, don't trash it. until you have real rework on everything. Because you need at least something that's possible to trash the enemies.
Technology research.
It's kind of surprising that this one costs 200,000 in the research. The follow-up step is just 105,000. Not sure if you just had a mistype. As you can see, using Humvees, I tried in the game, doesn't help much. Falcon Defense Hawk, I'm not sure, but something tells me that they will still have, well, I used them once, didn't actually work as I'd planned and I had hoped to. So as soon as I can, I will have both of them build up once so you can see what I mean. But first I need to protect myself against those ugly enemies.
Technology research.
Last time the crash was, as I said, 136. I'm not sure at the moment. Let me check. My task manager right now says the game is just using 8 GB. So far all good. We shall see if that stays that way. Wish I could place archery a little fast, but mortar must do. At least for now. And considering the fact that I can show you the stats of the artillery and everything, it's great, damn it.
Research. Technology research.
At least the mortars will help a little bit on bashing the enemies. Even though right now I'm running through the rounds a bit faster than I wanted to. Yeah, I need more money, definitely. I want to finish those researches. As you can see, the artillery, if it shoots, it's just aiming where the enemy had been, not where it will be. If in real life the artillery would be that awful shooting at anything, you wouldn't have any artillery anywhere anyway. Unless you want to bombard some cities. Especially if you know the way they're walking and you know the speed they're going. Maybe the artillery should just aim like an inch before. Now comes the great flying one. Level 100 is a real bitch. As it does not stop for shooting, and almost trashed my whole cash production before. Right now, at least I'm able to kind of block him at least a bit,
Turret lost.
as his range is awful. And just destroyed him, and well, enemies are still popping up. And my cash production has come to a halt, even though there's one enemy coming out after another. I can't choose new researchers right now, and I'm still waiting for them to stop running. Oh, finally an end. The shooting through the walls is also awful, especially if you cannot put anything there as a defense. Counts both ways. Even a sniper should not be able to shoot through the mountains. Simple thing right now. This vintage defender could actually shoot down at the bottom, even though the line of sight would be so blocked, every shot would just go into the walls or into the rocks. Sure, artillery, rocket launchers can go above, no problem, but direct hit units should have line of sight blocking them. Of course, it doesn't make sense. Same goes for the enemies that try to get you. They should also have sort of line of sight to make sure they cannot shoot everything just because it is there, but just shoot it because they have a sight on them. For the rocket launchers on enemy sides, well, you could say they use kind of a radar, but it's still sometimes kind of strange how they start shooting at everything. So next round starts, 126, 130. I will definitely make a break on the record as well as on the game, as I cannot afford to have a crash right now. But 105,000 for the research labs. Research, 500,000 to build it. Advanced tech centers, 200,000 to research, 120,000 to place. It's kind of off limit, and especially if I consider that I have like 3 or 4 enhanced gem silos, advanced gem silos, and even more just to have enough money to build the last one.
Our base is under attack.
Oh, where was I? Right. Well, it's nice if I can see camo, but other weapons will just do the job and do not even need
Our
to
base
take
is
camo.
under attack.
So I guess talking about the research on weapons. Yeah, give me a minute and you'll see. Well, the only thing that's making it possible to actually beat the game is like placing tons of stealth pillow boxes. Didn't change at all. And make sure you have enough artillery, rocket launchers in the background that cannot be shot at, and make sure that everywhere where they can be shooting, where the airplanes can be shooting at you, you have AAAs at least, or even some SAM sites close by, to make sure that you can actually shoot down everything that's coming on you. Is around 129 still running?
Technology.
Or is it already 130? 28. It's hard to say which round it is right now. Sure, there's 129 written, but I can't see a counter. Let's check again on 130. 129, 130. There's still planes flying around. It should not be just shifting without a counter. No counter to be seen. Next row of enemies coming in. They didn't even start a counter yet. Oh, and by the way, I've checked on the invincibility. Yes, as soon as they start in the game, they start counting down their 15 seconds of invincibility. But considering their speed, that is quite awful. As they're running through half the territory, if you're not as far advanced as I am, just pass by all your defense, all your strong defense as you around 130, 31 changed again. No counter seen at all. Still units around from the last wave. Well, back to the Invincibles. The Invincibles would be running around 15 seconds, and usually close to your starting point you have weak defense because you're not upgrading it, because it's just a waste of energy and cash. As pushing them away to have room for new defense is more efficient. So if they pass by your strong defense, like this little area up here, right at the water, they would just pass by because there's nothing left that can beat them. So it's getting a pain in the ass to defend yourself against those invincibles at level 80. Maybe you could push them to like level 90 or 95 to give the people a bit more of time, especially as 75 already had the big boss and afterwards sends lots of enemies shooting down everything. It's really hard at that moment to push the enemies away and build your defense and research, as you're just lacking the cash to do everything that you have to do to even be able to defend yourself. Okay, hope this video will help you again, and enjoy your time. Bye bye, Terry.